record it just in case. But I want to see if the live streaming into Facebook works. Like I said, my internet's not the best of the best, but we'll try it out. Doing something new. So today's boot camp is all about selling like a boss. And obviously we had set out the themes and stuff like at the beginning of the year before we got hit by, COVID and quarantine and panic, but I was actually pretty stoked to be able to talk about it, because one of the things that I'm noticing is that everything that I did to increase sales before all of this went down are exactly the same things that are increasing and boosting my sales now online. So it's exactly the same stuff. It's exactly the same principles that you can apply kind of across the board to your entire business. And I think that that's pretty badass. I already kind of shared, you guys kind of know my stats, but for the gals on here that don't kind of know my statistics, my average in-home order is about $250. My average online order is about $210 per person. So when it comes down to like talking sales, it's my jam. You guys, like, talking about how to increase that is definitely my thing. So I was excited about this. The first thing that I wanted to sort of talk about a little bit, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but I did want to talk about a little bit, is that if you guys don't have customers, you don't have sales, right? So definitely don't do anything or go crazy town to increase your sales if you only have one or people to sell to, because they're going to get tired of it and they're going to bounce. So we've talked about it before. We talk about it a lot. You guys have to build a network. You guys have to create and find customers, find people. I do know that we, especially since this virtual shift, it's become a little bit more obvious. I know that we do have some gals that are not utilizing their Facebooks the way that they should be. And so I want to address that. Listen, you guys, your personal Facebook page, like your personal Facebook wall page, your personal Facebook is a money gold mine, because people want to actually shop with real people. So I do know that for some women, they are only posting about their business in their groups. You are severely limiting the number of women that you are exposing I was about to say exposing yourself to, but we probably shouldn't be exposing ourselves to anybody. But it is significantly decreasing it. So I do know for some people, they're like, listen, Lucy, like, I got kids, like, I can't post about it, or because of my job, I can't post about it. I want to make sure that you guys all know how to utilize friends lists. So on Facebook, if you hover over, here, let me pull it up and I'll show you. Screen share. Okay, if you hover over a person, you know how I'll give you the option of like adding them as a friend or whatever. It shows you the little friends tab. If you guys hover over that, you have the option of get notifications, close friends, acquaintances, or add to another list. If you click add to another list, you guys can see that I have a hostess list, a pure romance customers list, a party leads list, a recruit list, a vixens list. You can also do new lists. So if you don't have lists yet, you can put them in there. If you guys put people in a friends list, so let's say we've had some gals that don't want to promote their business on their personal thing because of, like, I don't know, 5 people that they don't want to see it or they don't want to know about it. So what you can do is, let's say you're doing a post on your personal wall. It's about pure romance, blah, blah, blah. Where it says public, if you click that, you have to click 10,000 things. But if you click that, go to the bottom where it says more, then to the bottom again where it says see all, and then hit custom. You can put share with or don't share with. So if you were super good about like sorting your friends, I could put share with hostesses and my hostess friends list pops up. So it's only going to share it to those people. I don't do that very often because I want everybody to see all the things. But let's say that you had a group that was no pure romance. You would type in no pure romance. Your no pure romance friends would pop up, which means that anyone that was on that no pure romance list would not see your public Facebook post. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I think, like I said, there's a couple of you that are letting maybe 1 to 10 people dictate what you are and aren't posting on your Facebook, but you might have like 6 or 7 or 800 friends, right? So you want to make sure you're getting in front of everybody for everything. Now, if you're like, screw it, I don't care if they don't like it, tough shit, then that's even better. But I also like those little friends lists because on Facebook, you can actually pull up like a timeline just for those people. So if you wanted to like schmooze all of your Pure Romance customers, then you could just click on the Pure Romance customers list. It'll give you a timeline of just those people. That gives you a super easy place to just go through, comment, like, comment, like. Because yeah, if you guys don't have the customers, you definitely can't get the sales, right? So I do think that doing, Pure Romance posts, you want to be posting maybe generally like 3 times a day about your Pure Romance business, maybe even once a day right now. But it should be things like, I don't know, take a picture if you have like a Boss Babe mug or like a mug with a quote on it. Take a picture of you with the mug and be like, busting out my business today. This is awesome. Or having a blast, reaching out to people, see what they need during this, pandemic, got stock, like, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but it's not book a party. It's not buy this product. It's just a post out there in the universe that reminds people that you do this. Outside orders right now, you guys, are massive, like massive. And I've heard from a ton of you, you're like, I'm waking up to orders. Like, this is the coolest thing. People need shit, you guys, and we've completely, for the most part, transitioned to like ordering online, which makes this the perfect time for you guys to be marketing the fact that we have products and you can ship it and they can buy from you online. So whether it's personal or it's through your business. Now, in terms of increasing your per person sales, you guys know, we've gotten, I know we have a couple like brand new babies on this call. So I'll make sure that I explain it both ways. But one of the things that you guys know that I freaking love is our VIP program. So they spend 120 bucks, they're going to get a gifty. If they spend 200 bucks, they're going to get a bigger gifty. I go up to $500 and $1,000 in my VIP program, just in case you didn't know that I went up that high. Do you guys think a ton of women spend $1,000? No, right? Not a ton, not a ton. Do I get some sometimes? Absolutely. But you guys want to know what happened when I started offering a $1,000 VIP program? It hit me, Hannah.
More people wanted it.
More people wanted it, 100%, and more people hit 500 because 500 seemed cheap. Right?
Oh yeah.
Right? So they were thinking like, oh man, like 500 bucks, who spends that? And then when I go, and I have a $1,000 VIP program, they go, holy shit, 500 doesn't seem that big anymore. Right? So I would highly encourage you guys, whether you're getting orders of that size or not, you should still be offering that 500. And I mean, hell, you could make it 750 if you want to. And I kind of make it a joke. Like, it's not a joke, but it is a joke because I don't want people to feel like, every woman in the world is dropping $1,000 other than them. But what I say is like, okay, ladies, I got my 120 VIP. You get to go through, my virtual little goodie bag, pick out something special. We've got our 200 VIP level. You get a free toy or a free full-size item. I've got a VIP program at 500. That one is a badass gift, you guys. It is a free rechargeable toy worth at least $100. So that's definitely worth hitting. But then I also have a $1,000 VIP club. That may not be you. That's cool. At $1,000, the gift is pretty much whatever the F you want. And they all just kind of laugh and chuckle and it like gets rid of the tension. And I mean, realistically, if they spend $1,000 with me, I'm pretty much willing to give them anything in the catalog that they want for free, right? So it's not like I'm making a promise that I can't deliver. And they've asked me for dumb stuff sometimes, you guys. They're like, can I have a dusk till dawn C-ring? And I'm like, the same rechargeable toy you could have had for 500 VIP? Yup. So make sure that you guys are offering those higher levels. Here's the other thing that I'm going to tell you guys when it comes to virtual VIP. I have switched it now, so I'm not making my treasure box joke, which makes me a little bit sad. I mean, I kind of still make it because I love it, but I am just telling them that they get a free surprise gift. So I know that you guys don't necessarily have gifts to offer. If you want to let them pick, we have made the VIP like options into graphics. So you guys can just send them the little picture and they can pick their VIP gift if you want. But there's no reason why you can't just say you get a free surprise gift. You get a free surprise full-size item. You get a free surprise toy. Every now and again too, you guys, I have someone that's like, can I pick my gift? And this is after they've ordered. If they are 200 or 500 or higher than that, I'm like, usually it's a surprise, but what did you have in mind? Okay, I ask, what did you have in mind? So I just had one gal that—
I think you froze.
Okay, thank you. Am I back yet?
Yeah, you're back. You cut out though after
After what?
oh god, now I can't even think.
Okay.
I've had an hour of
you
sleep,
said
dude.
after they say, can I pick what I want? And you said, what did you have in mind?
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. So I asked them what they were kind of thinking. Like I had a gal, she spent $600 and she's like, can I pick my gift? And I was like, sure. What did you have in mind? And she was like, I really wanted the main attraction. And so here's the thing, I'm not going to give her a main attraction for free, right? I was like, okay, babe, so I can't actually do that as your free gift, but what I could do is give you the main attraction for $110. What do you think? And she was like, okay. So in a way, having them pick a bigger gift can actually work in your advantage, right? Because at my buying discount, I offered it, so I still made $10. So for me, it costs $100 to buy a main attraction. I'm not out any money for her VIP gift, which we usually are. She's stoked that she pretty much saved like 50% off and she got exactly what she wanted. She didn't get some random gift. So you guys could even like just kind of use that to your advantage. So if they're asking if they can pick, ask them what they had in mind. Or if you wanted to take it a step further, if you were comfortable running the numbers so that you don't lose any money, you could say 200 and 500 and up. You don't want to do this for 120 because 120 is the travel sizes, right? So they really can't pick that. But if you want to focus on 200, 500, you could even just be like, all right, babe, you qualified for the free gift. Did you have anything in mind? And just ask them. And if it's something that you're able to do, great, do it. If it's something you're not able to do, offer them almost your cost on that item so that it doesn't actually cost you anything, right? And it adds more to your retail because if they're picking something that's maybe bigger, then you're increasing your retail sales, which will get you closer to bonuses, right? The other thing that I am doing with VIP right now, you guys, is that for the most part, because we are virtual, for the most part, women have no idea what the VIP levels are, right? Because it's one post and you said it one time, just kind of like at our parties. But obviously our parties are going for a couple days, so they forget that kind of stuff. So like if I have a gal that is maybe at, I don't know, $140, I'm like, okay, girl, you're super close to the 200 VIP level. It's like $60. Is there anything that you were wanting to add? And she's like, no, I don't think so. Like not $60. Okay, you know what? No worries. I would love to upgrade you anyway. Pick one more thing, any price, and I'll bump up your gift. So I figure as long as they're adding one more item, why not? Right? Because you have the freedom to choose what gift she's getting. So just make sure it was something that you got for cheap and you can bump that up a little bit for her to get her to add that one more item. And then you guys know I love the party sets for the same reason. So the party exclusives. I am personally offering discounts right now on 3 items, 5 items, 7 items, and then the 10 items. And then, you know, I go up from there. I'm doing that because I have noticed right now that orders are either like one thing or like 10 things. They're one or the other. There's very few that are in between. And so I really wanted a way to get the women that were, you know, ordering 2 items to buy one more. Usually during our in-home parties, right, we have the like buy 4, get a 5th one for free. I do think that for women right now, like in this moment in time, If they're thinking that they don't have any money, I genuinely think it's harder to get an order for a free thing, right? Like at an in-home party, when we have that excitement and I'm in front of them, I can get them there. But right now, with everyone being so money conscious, I just felt like there needed to be that 3-item discount. It's like 5%. You guys, it's a tiny, tiny, tiny discount. But it's helping, right? Because they're adding that one more item. So they're increasing their per person. Again, I'm increasing my per person sales. These are not something that I advertise outside of maybe mentioning it really briefly at a party. I just kind of say, you guys, basically, as soon as you buy 3 or more things, you're going to start getting discounts. The more you buy, the more you save. And then I have these party exclusives, and I'm still offering those. I'm just dropping it in as a nugget that as long as they buy 3 items, they're going to get hooked up with some sort of a discount. I also think that a lot of this stuff is happening one-on-one. This is happening in your messages and in your conversations with your customers. This is not something that's happening via posts. This is not something that's happening, by coaching your hostess. This is truly something that you are doing in a message. So I should have tried to pull some of these up, but here's the way that it all kind of works, right? Like you want to have a bag of tricks kind of just next to you when you're taking orders that you can bust out, right? I would legit have a list of the types of things that you could offer. So 120 VIP, 200 VIP. If somebody, maybe I'll drop these in the chat window too. So 120, 200, 3 items, 5 items, 7 items, 10 items, 4 body products equals kitty, no. There we go. All right. So that's all the stuff that's kind of in your bag of tricks. And then also the additional item at a discount. That's the other thing that you could do if you wanted to, is that if you're saying, okay, babe, you get a discount when you have 3 items, if you wanted to just discount that 3rd item, that's cool too. Like, okay, babe, if you pick out 1 more thing, you'll get a discount on that item. So it still sounds good. You're still encouraging them to bump it up a little bit. Because I don't know too, I know some of you are social sellers, so I know that you're at a 30% buying discount. So you really have to just do what works for you. But if you have this in your bag of tricks, a gal messages you and she's like, okay, girl, I'm ready to order. I want a Just Like Me and a Cocoa Glow. First thing I'm asking, all right, cool, babe, what else? Because I'm not about to cut them off, right? They might still be looking. They might be sending you their list. You're always asking them first and foremost, what else? If she goes, I don't really think that there was anything else that we needed. I think that, it's looking pretty good. Okay, cool. So that's totally fine. But I did want to let you know that when you pick out 1 more thing, you do get blah, 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 right? You do get an item or you do get a discount. I don't want you to miss out on the discount. So what other item were you considering? Typically, they're going to add that item on there. All right. So then let's say she had a Cocoa Glow and a Body Boost, right? That's what, like almost 60, 65 bucks. So then let's say she adds something else that is, I don't know, 25 bucks. That's 70, 80. So that's $90, right? So because she added that 3rd item, you're like, okay, babe, that's perfect. Let me math. And I'm always like, let me math. That's my excuse to pretend like I'm doing something before I hit her with another offer. Hannah's like, you bitch. She just went through all of this with me. She was my customer like a week ago for the first time. So then I give them a minute, right? And then I'm like, all right, babes, here's the deal. So I know that you said that you were good to go. That's totally fine. If you're good, I will total you out. But now that you're at like 90 bucks, you really are only 1 item away from that 120 additional VIP gift. So you're getting the discount, but I'd love to hook you up with the gift as well, right? Now, either they will add something or they won't add something, but I'm not hitting them with all of this stuff at once. They're taking those like baby steps, right, towards a bigger total. And I think that that's part of the reason, probably the biggest reason why this works so well, is you're not taking someone that spent 60 bucks or 50 bucks going, okay, great. What other $80 of products would you like to buy so that you can get a free travel size item? Like, fuck you, right? Like, there's no way that's going to happen. So if you're doing it in little baby steps, it doesn't feel so bad, because most of the time, and that's why I like the verbiage specifically, what else were you considering? Or were there any items that you were on the fence on? Or did you have any items on your wish list, right? Is you're acknowledging, like, I know that that's all that you want, but you know what? If you had some shit on your wish list, because you're kind of planting in their head, if you had some shit on your wish list that you're probably going to buy anyway, why would you not do it now and you could get a discount, right? Or you could get a gifty. So by saying, what were you considering, you're kind of opening it up a little bit. So I think that the verbiage on that is really important. But I just want you guys to remember, it's about the baby steps to get them there, right? It's not about, yay, you ordered one thing, spend $100 more to get a travel size. Like, it genuinely is about, what else were you looking at? What else would you like? The other question that I love is the, where's your toy, babe? Like, I'm always asking them, where's their toy? Especially virtual, okay? Because virtual, these women probably don't know you. They have never met you. They have never actually seen your face in person. They have not had any interaction with you really outside of just a random ass Facebook post and maybe a party. But I will tell y'all right now, 60% of my party orders I am getting after the party from follow-up. Like, a huge percentage of orders are coming afterwards, which means they may or may not even have seen the party. They don't know me. Now, some of you are super open sexually. Some of you, like me, are not so much. I am not, or would not have 10 years ago, reached out to some strange ass woman and ordered a, hey, Mr. DJ. Like, there's no way, right? Like, that would not have happened. Whereas when you say, where's your toy, babe? You're saying, hello, I'm a safe space. Talk to me, right? You broached the subject first. So I think that that is a really important question to any person that didn't buy a toy. And it can be cash, like, where's your toy at, babes? Like, you know, the little, like, I don't know what that little emoji is, but it's my favorite. The little hands up, like, amen emoji, right? Like, where is it? I have had, let's see, okay, in my 13 virtual parties, by asking that question, I have added a main attraction, a double feature, a Twilight mood, and an in the groove from women who were like done. Okay, so I know it sounds stupid, and a lot of these tips sound like, okay, really, that can't be that easy. But again, it's on a larger scale, right? So if one time it gets you one double feature added on there, awesome. It's the same thing with the VIP. Like, I had one gal add a C80 when I was like, okay, babe, you need one more thing. You're at 4 items to unlock the 5 item discount. She's like, okay, I'll get the C80. Oh, okay, awesome. You want to take your $100 order and add a $250 item to get to a free bullet? Okay. Okay. So always, always, always ask. So typically, right, I would say I am trying to bump them up twice if I can. But you do actually have to run the kind of numbers and see where you're at. Because with one of the girls, the one that got the double feature, she was trying to hit 120 because she had like a coochie, a body do, you know what I mean? She had like 4 of the body items. So that was when I was like, okay, add one more thing, like you'll get the discount. And then I was anticipating, you know, getting her to add a 6th thing so she would add, you know, hit 120. But then she added that item and I'm like, oh shit. And I will say this is another verbiage that I kind of like, because again, it's casual. Oh my gosh, you're gonna hate me, but, right? Like, I'm acknowledging, okay, this might seem a little pushy, but I have to, you know, offer this. Allison, I will come back to you, babes, I promise. You know, you're acknowledging, like, I'm selling you some stuff right now and you might be a little uncomfortable, but it's funny. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, you're gonna hate me, but I can't not offer it. So like with her, right, all of a sudden her $80 order went up to a $180 order. And I'm like, all right, girl, you unlocked the discount, but now you're going to hate me. You're 1 item away from the 200 VIP. It's a free gift worth 20 to 30 bucks. So what else can I get for you? And if they say, I'm good, I don't need anything, I'm like, what about a toy tote? What about a cleaner? Like what, like anything? And they're like, okay, go ahead and add a cleaner. Boom, there's your 500 or there's your $200 order. So again, it's not going to be that way with every single person. Like with Hannah, Hannah knew she was signing up. I don't even know how hard I pushed Hannah. I think I pushed her a little in the beginning, but I don't think I pushed her that hard because this girl was like, I'm gonna join your team. Right. So I'm there like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and not take all of her money before she signs up because I want her on my team.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are going to make choices sometimes, right? So Allison, when I say discount, I'm kind of just referring to whatever you guys want. So as an example, like 3-item discount might be roughly like 5%. My 5-item discount might be 8%. 7 items might be 10%. Like you guys create the discounts that work for you based on your buying discount. Also too, the cool thing about not announcing what the discounts are publicly, you guys, you can change them. You didn't say what it was, right? Like I had one gal and she sends me this massive wish list. I mean, there's like $800 and stuff on it. And she goes, hey, would this qualify for any bundles? And I'm like, yep. And she's like, okay, how much would the discount be? And I was like, I am not 100% sure. I'm going to have to math. But while I math, did you have a budget in mind? She sends me her budget. It was like $400, right? This is a $800 list of things. By asking her what her budget was, I knew where I kind of needed to be. I had to take one of the toys off and I was able to discount her order down to $500. I think it was like 20% off or something like that, or 550. And I said, well, babes, with the discount, if we take this item off, the best I can do is like 550 with shipping all in. Is that something that you can swing? I know that that's higher than your budget. And she was like, I'm not sure. Let me go talk to my husband. She came back and she was like, yep, screw it. Let's do it. Right. So at no point did I tell her what the discount was. I think the thing is, like, a lot of this is practice. A lot of this is feeling these people out. I just want you guys to know that you have options to be fluid. It's harder for you in a way to learn it when I keep it fluid because you're like, but how much is the discount on this? And how much is the discount on this? But I'm like, it genuinely is whatever you want. I typically, like I said, those 3 items, 5 items, 7 items, I keep those pretty low. But if someone's like hitting me with a big list of shit and she wants 20-30% off, I'm at a 50% buying discount, right? I can do that. Or if you know that you just bought a bunch of the stuff that she wants during that killer 60% off sale, then offer her 30% off. You're still making 30. I would rather make 30% on $700 retail than 40% on 200, right? Because you're actually making more money. So don't be afraid to keep it fluid. So for the discounts or social sellers, okay, yeah. So Sarah, good point. So you guys, for our social sellers, for our gals that are brand new, for everybody, I mean, it's kind of funny. The board page was like having a meltdown about all of the products that are not currently available on our personal websites because of this like glitch. You guys have been pretty quiet about it, but I think that's because for the most part, you guys are taking their orders one-on-one and we're not having the same issue. So with social sellers and discounts and all that stuff, I mean, to me, I guess the social seller piece really doesn't matter. You guys can only offer discounts like this if you are taking their orders one-on-one. They are not going to your website. Okay. I actually feel like, you guys, the reason I don't send people to my personal website is because you can't do any of this shit if they just go to your website. So if you're just sitting there like, you got it, you want to order, here's my website, they're just going to go to your website, they're just going to order some stuff, right? Pure Romance is trying to do a couple like bundles and a couple things to encourage orders and that type of stuff. But for the most part, I can't see what they're ordering. I can't see what they're doing. I can't know what else they wanted. I can't find out what else was on their wish lists. Like, you give up all control when you have people shop through your personal websites. So I genuinely think that part of the reason why my sales are so high is because I'm taking the time to take their orders one-on-one. All right. Another thing that you guys can be doing to increase your sales is raffles. So in my virtual parties, right, I'm offering raffles. The prize are like travel size or foil items. It's really inexpensive. So between us, I am picking one, because I'm not saying how many raffle people I'm drawing, right? So I'm picking one legit winner, all right? So I'm like looking at the comments, I'm looking to see who interacted on the page, I'm looking to see, you know, who is commenting, that kind of stuff. And I'm picking one legit winner, whether she ordered or not, didn't matter. They're in the basket, like boom, there she is. Okay. I'm also picking one or two more women that did not place orders. Now they had to have commented, okay? They still had to have participated, but I am actually picking them. And I'm doing that because then I can message them. And usually it's gals that said that either they couldn't order or they did not respond to me, but seemed kind of interested in the event. And I am reaching out to those women and I'm like, hey girl, you were our raffle winner. All I need is your address to send you your free gift. And then they get back to you and I'm like, awesome, thanks so much. You also won 15% off your entire order. Are you sure there wasn't anything that I could get for you? Okay, so super sneaky and it's working like a dream. I would say out of my 2 to 3 raffle winners that I am offering that to at every single party, I am getting at least one raffle winner order per party. And I'm not doing the raffle, you guys, until the party is over. Like it's done, I'm wrapped, like it's finished. So if I can add one more order, a lot of them are maybe $50, right? But one of them was 150 and one of them was 200. The rest of them, it might be one item, but I'm still increasing my retail and I'm still getting products out the door, right? One of the things that I wanted to talk about, and it kind of ties into that too, you guys, is retail, is retail bonuses. So I know that like 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand can seem really, 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 really high to some people. I totally get that. But if you guys kind of think about like, all right, if I'm doing 4 parties or 5 parties a month, and if I could get every person to just buy one more thing, even if you didn't make any money on it, just one more thing per person, right? Let's say that's another, I don't even know, 500, 600, 700, I mean, potentially even $1,000. Let me see, let me math. Please hold this freaking cat, man. Let's see, $22. Let's say you have 7 people at every party. 7 times 5 is 35 times 22. Okay, so that would add $775 to your party sales. If you did 5 parties a month with 7 people there, and you got one more person to add a coochie shave cream, $775. All right. Then if you added on, like, let's say one of those gals added on a double feature because you pushed a little bit harder, that's up to $890. And then let's say you got an outside order for $100 from somebody else, that's $1,000. So if you're cruising right around the $2,000-3,000 mark, if you can keep increasing that, I actually don't care how much I get paid on some of these items. Obviously, I don't want you to be losing money. I want you to take your regular orders, but anything that's additional, I'm not that worried about making my full percentage on, because no matter what you earn on that item, it's still more money than you were gonna make before. Does that make sense? Like, did I freeze again? Wake the fuck up. Okay. Because yeah, I mean, to me, at the end of the day, if she has a $100 order and she's done and she's finished ordering and I can get her to add one more thing, great. If I can make $3 on that item, I make $3 on that item, right? But it's getting me closer to retail sales bonuses. The other thing that it's doing that I think people don't think about is it gets more items into your customers' hands. If I can get someone who wasn't going to buy coochie to try coochie, I have a returning customer. If I can get someone who wasn't going to buy firming cream to try firming cream, I have a repeat customer. If I can get someone to smell the Flirt perfume rollerball, y'all know that bitch is not never buying Flirt ever again. Like, I'm going to be her Flirt crack perfume hookup forever. So to me too, that's the other thing, is as long as I'm not losing money on those additional items that she's purchasing, I'm getting more products out there into the world for them to talk about, for them to tell their friends about, for them to fall in love with, for them to use. I will tell y'all right now, if you know anyone that is pregnant, send her a stretch mark reducing thing or offer her 50% off of it, because pregnant women talking about a product that does not give them stretch marks all over their social media is gold. And they'll do it themselves because they're so stoked to not have stretch marks. Like, it is gold, right? So I feel like at the end of the day, yes, my goal is to make money. Obviously, that's what I'm here for. My goal is to increase my sales, but it's also to get more products into people's hands, because I know that that will lead to more orders later on, right? If you guys want to, you can also offer additional raffles, that kind of stuff in your VIP groups, also on your personal pages. And as an example, you guys could do a raffle basket or something for an essential worker. Hey guys, nominate, an essential worker. When we get 50 nominees, I'm going to give one of them this basket. You can put whatever the heck you want in there, some self-care items, some special items, but I want you to message every single one of those essential care workers. You're going to thank them for what they've been doing. You're going to tell them that they have an entry into this free raffle. And then you are also going to offer them a discount, offer them something, or tell them, that they're entered to win and call it a day. And then after you've done the raffle drawing, reach out to everyone that didn't win and I would still like to send you a giftie, right? Foil packet, you guys, whatever, doesn't matter. Keep it inexpensive. I'd still like to send you a free gift. Shoot me your address. And if you would like to order anything, I would love for you to get to pamper yourself a little bit. I would love to offer you 20% off anything that you'd like in the entire catalog, and then send them a catalog link. Okay, so that could potentially get you some orders, right? And yes, you might be out of pocket for the Coochie shave cream and the repair balm or something that you were choosing to give away. But I do feel like out of the 50 people, you should probably, yes, the Chafe Escape is awesome behind their ears. So my gift basket had a repair balm, a Chafe Escape, and a lotion. So those were mine, but I mean, do it with stuff that you guys have on hand. It's basically just a self-care idea. The other thing that I would do, you guys, is if you're going to do something like that, you obviously want to make sure that your messages are going through to people. And this is where my personal Facebook is wide open for the entire world. I add them all as friends almost as soon as they get tagged. Okay. And what you could even put in there, hey, I'm so glad that you were nominated. If you don't mind, accept my friend request so that I can shoot you a message. I want to make sure that I get all of your deets into the raffle or something like that, right? So you're encouraging them to accept your friend request. That way they actually get your messages. My virtual parties, you guys, everyone is getting a friend request. I am asking them to friend request me, but I am still sending them a friend request. You want to do that before the party. So even just 10 minutes before the party, hop onto the event, send out the friend requests real quick, because it will highly increase the number of women that actually see your messages so that you can continue to do that follow-up. Yeah, Chafe Escape does have foil packets. That would be the perfect foil packet actually for the essential care workers. So I love that. But you guys can do raffles. I mean, you guys can do a single mom self-care raffle. You guys could specifically do a healthcare workers raffle. You guys could specifically do a grocery workers raffle. You guys could milk the shit out of this if you wanted to, right? So offer them those discounts, offer them those gifts. That's a great way of getting outside sales. Another thing that you can do is offer virtual coupons or send virtual coupons. You can also print them and mail them with your orders. I am sending every single person that's ordering with me, because here's the thing, you guys, right now too, because we have to ship everything, you might as well put extra stuff in their order, right? To throw a coupon in their order that you already have to mail to them is not a big deal. So why the heck not? So I am sending them a coupon that's good for 30 days. It's basically the VIP $100 spend coupon, that all of our VIPs get if they spend $100. Basically everyone is getting that right now. So everyone is getting that one. What is happening, Cindy? Hang on. Cindy, are you okay? What just happened to Cindy? Anybody else catch that? Okay. All right. Y'all are going to have to watch the replay. Her like back, she like booked it. Her backdrop went over and she was gone. Okay. All right. Sorry. Got distracted. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, was there a bug? She bounced. She was like, fuck no, I'm out. All right, so offer that stuff. I got totally distracted. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, if you guys are gonna do coupons, Cindy, are you alive? Oh, yeah, bug. Okay, Liz, if you guys are not seeing Cindy right now, this needs to happen because this is the greatest fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire life. If you're on a phone, just scroll until you find Cindy. All right, we're gonna leave her alone while she decontaminates from the bugs. Oh God, that was funny. Sorry. Okay, if you guys are doing coupons, make sure that you offer time limits. All right, and make them different sometimes. Like I might do some coupons where they're good for a week. I might do some coupons where they're good for a month. I usually don't go further out than a month. But you always want to put time limits on everything, because otherwise they might as well just hang on to it forever and ever and ever and ever, which means there's no like prompting to actually place the order. Now this is kind of extra, but what I would do is on your like order forms or whatever, on your Post-it note, however you're tracking parties, if you mail them a coupon with their orders, right on the front, or put a Post-it note that says everyone got a 15% off coupon, expires on May 5th. Why would you want to do that? So that you can message them all on May 3rd and tell them that their coupon is about to expire, right? And then they all go, oh, it's like the birthday emails. If you guys have ever done the actual birthday emails where we message them on the 1st with a coupon, and then we remind them on the 28th of that month to actually use their coupon, if you get any orders, it's from the reminder on the 28th. It's not from the coupon on the 1st, right? So by doing that, by reaching out to them, by messaging them, you're actually prompting them to use their coupon. And I think that that's huge. You can also get really fun with it. So there are a bunch of different types of events and that sort of thing that you can do and offer in your VIP groups or for your friends. Things like, and I'm not gonna go into those, and I'll tag, I'll repost the training for Beth, from Beth Farrer, where she talks about like the fast finger deals, bingo events, that kind of stuff. But those types of events are huge. So like bingo, as an example, is a customer appreciation event. It is literally you playing bingo via Zoom or via whatever, with your customers, and you're offering a prize. Okay, it's a free prize. But the only way that customers get bingo cards is by placing orders with you. So if they want to be a part of your virtual bingo in May, they have to place an order before the bingo event, right? So that's something that you can talk up, be like, oh my gosh, you guys, May 15th, we're going to have a massive bingo event and you're going to get the chance to win free Pure Romance products. It's going to be so freaking fun. Who doesn't love free stuff in bingo, right? And then you let them know, in order to get bingo cards, stay tuned for details. And then, 2 days later, run a sale. If their order is $50, they get 1 bingo card. If it's $100, they get 3 bingo cards. If it's $200, they get 10 bingo cards. I don't know, like maybe 7. I just spouted off numbers. But you are going to give them a specific sale to earn bingo cards. You could do this in your virtual parties. Like, hey guys, I am doing a virtual bingo event. Can't wait for this. If you ordered, you are getting a free bingo card. Watch for that and make sure that you join my VIP group that I invited you to. Otherwise, you won't be able to use the bingo card. So it drives traffic to your VIP page. Yes, babe, let me unmute you. You are so pretty.
Oh, thank you. So this is my first time on the Zoom chat, and I just started. I just had a question for you, though.
Yeah.
So when you were talking about the coupons, I don't really know. So are those something that we have to make ourselves?
Yeah.
Them off? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So there's something that you guys can make yourselves. Sarah, babe, will you put on the trainer to-do list some generic coupons, like some graphics? Thank you. We'll make some for you.
Yay. Okay. Thank you.
So I think that we have some, so we'll make sure that those get put together so that you guys can easily find them, but we'll make you guys some virtual coupons that you can send out to. But
I have them printed out. I mean, I can take a picture of it and scan it and post it. Maybe that will help, but I don't know where the link is at. I just have the copy of it.
okay. Yeah, that'd be cool, Gladys. That'd be awesome. Thanks, babe. But yeah, so the coupons are going to be, like I said, for whatever you guys want based on your buying discount. Because like I said, it varies so much. So just be really careful. If you guys know that you're at a 30% buying discount, do not use the 30% off coupon, right? Like, but obviously, you know, for our gals that we have on the team that are also at 45 and 50%, we want to make sure that they have that offer as well. So we will post them. So just kind of keep an eye on those guys. But yeah, make sure that they are limited times. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is just kind of creating lifelong customers. Because this is something, especially for our gals that are newer, but even the gals that have been around for a while, and especially right now in the virtual party climate, this is harder. And here's what I want for you guys to understand. If you cannot afford to do something, I am not telling you to do it. Okay, this is your business. You get to make big girl choices. And I remember what it was like to feel like I didn't have the money to do what I needed to do. But over the long run of your business, it's worth it. Okay. So here's one of the things that I'm doing. At the beginning of my virtual parties, I am telling them that if they order body products and they hate the way that it smells, that they can exchange it, but only if the seal isn't broken. Like the actual, okay, I should clarify that. I take off the actual Pure Romance packaging so that I can put my labels on the product. So that seal is gone for everybody, okay? So as an example, I guess Body Dew does not have a seal, but what I'm asking them to do or telling them to do is open the bottle, smell it. Do you like it? Keep it. You don't like it? Do not spray it. Do not spritz it. Do not fuck with it. Set it aside. Same thing with the lotion. Like, leave the little clip on there. Smell it. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Nope, I don't like it. Set it aside. Coochie has a seal. If that seal is broken, it is not coming back to me. But I am offering exchanges on the body products. Okay. And I had one gal, she ordered Capri. She hated it. She was actually the one that gave me the idea because she just said, hey, I opened the lotion and I smelled it. I didn't pump it because I wanted to keep it new. Could I exchange it? Nothing has been used. Nothing has been opened. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Why not? Also, bless her heart, she was due to have like twins in like 2 days after she messaged me. So I was like, yeah, mama, I trade you. She just messaged me this morning along with, oh, I'll show you guys, along with her super cute little baby. That way you know I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. All right, where's she at? So, oh, there we go. So there's her little baby. So she messaged me and then she was like, that's a freaking hospital picture. And then she's like, 2 days later, she's like, I keep forgetting to tell you that I love the vanilla smell. I got it a while ago, but I also love the firming cream. I am definitely ordering more of everything when I'm out and I can't wait to try out more products. Thank you so much. Right? This virtual party customer is now a customer forever, right? Like, she is not going to be going to anybody else. She is going to continue to do business with me. And instead of having products that she stares at, like, you guys, these are not cheap body products. I know we're always like, oh, it's fine. You guys, it's $20 freaking shave cream. If somebody has a $20 shave cream sitting in their bathroom that they hate the smell of, are they really going to want to buy from you again? No, right? No. So I am telling them that if they keep everything sealed, right, or unused, that I will exchange it. Now, I know that for those of you guys that do not carry inventory, that is a pain in the butt. I get it, but tell them, just say, okay, no problem. I will get your new ones ordered. I do need the old ones back, right? Obviously, you guys, they have to send you back the old ones, right? That's the only way that I can afford to do it. The old ones go into your inventory. You order the new ones when you can, right? And you get it out to her as quickly as you're able. I'm not telling you that you have to go in the hole, but also to reach out to one of the trainers or to me or on the product page and be like, okay, guys, does anyone have this, this, and this that they would be willing to trade for that, that, and that in Love Story or in Capri? Like, do a trade with a fellow customer. So for something like Coochie, right, if they open it, then I can't necessarily do it. Well, yeah, if they're only ordering Coochie in the scent, that's up to you guys. I mean, here's the deal. I use Coochie. I use it a lot. I got no issues exchanging her for a full bottle. I have been using exchanged Coochies on my vagina for the last 5 years, right? Like, because I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me. It's shave cream. So, but that's where it's your call. But what I would say is that anything that you are capable of doing to make your customer happy, do it. Okay? Because that's how you guys are going to build customers for life. The other thing that you can do to build customers for life that doesn't cost you any money is handwritten cards. When I got that baby picture, who do y'all think got a card in the mail telling her how cute her little baby was and how good she did? Right? She did. I have one of my hostesses who did not actually cancel her wedding. It was this weekend. She decided, screw it, I'm doing it. Like, this is happening. Fuck it. Guess who got a congratulations card in the mail with a foil packet of Afterglow that told her that even though she didn't get the wedding of her dreams, she still like sparkled. Like, I don't know, I put some random shit in there and she got the Afterglow, right? Like, any little touches that you guys can do for your customers go a really long way. That's also, to be honest, I think in part why I can get away with pushing my customers so hard in terms of getting them to spend money with me. They're not a once, and that's important. In a way, I think that the better at sales that you are, the better you have to be at connecting. Because if you take $500 from someone and they never hear from you again, that sucks. Like, that sucks, right? Or if, you know, you have customers like this hostess, Bree, over the course of my Pure Romance career, she's probably dropped $5,000 with me because she's been a customer for a really long time. That's a lot of money to spend with one person, right? I want her to feel special. I don't want her to feel like she's just a cash cow, right? So Kim, Pure Romance does not have an exchange program. That's where I'm saying it would be up to you, because that's something that you would have to do and something that you would have to eat the cost on if you couldn't resell the items. So if you guys cannot do it, please know that that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you choose not to, that is okay. I'm just telling you my personal beliefs on why I think it's worth it. Okay. And I mean, typically, and also too, like, here's the thing, like toys and that kind of stuff, like if they go into a sex shop, most sex shops are not allowing exchanges. They're not allowing returns, that kind of stuff. With toys, if somebody buys something that they hate, you could offer your cost on something else. So like, hey babe, I'm so sorry, Pure Romance does not do exchanges, but I can give you my cost on a replacement item. So you don't make any money, but you're kind of doing what you can to make your customer happy. So you can offer that on toys and that kind of thing. I mean, I had one girl once, and you know, she sent me a message. I don't remember what she ordered. I think it was Box Office. She opened the box and then she was like, that's way bigger than I thought it was. And she sent me a message and was like, this was way bigger than I thought that it was. That's not what I want. She never used it. She never touched it. I let her do an exchange. I did, you know, but I also had the item and I had the ability to do that. I know that some of you don't. And again, overemphasizing, that's okay. But if you have the ability to make something right, I will. So then that Box Office came back to me. It has to come back to you. That Box Office came back to me. I inspected it. Like, I could literally see that it had never come out of the box. I put a label over the opening so that it couldn't be opened again. And I put inspected by LH and I put the date. and it was brand new. It was perfect. It was good to go. I had a gal that wanted a box office. She didn't have a ton of money. And I was like, well, I have one that, full disclosure, I have one that went to a customer's house. She opened it. It was not what she was expecting. It was never used ever. If you're willing to take that one, it has obviously been cleaned. It's brand new. Again, she didn't even touch it, but I cleaned it anyway. If you're down to take that one, I'll give it to you for $100, right? Or I'll give it to you for $120. And you know what she said? Fuck yeah, I don't care. Like, it didn't matter to her, right? Now, again, that was unused, unopened, in that it was still good. So I would just say feel each situation out. And I would just say approach every single interaction with your customers, asking yourself how you can deliver her the best possible service with what you're able to do, right? Now, sometimes I have women that are awful, right? Like they're just mean, in which case, like you can get bent. Like I'm not that worried if I never do business with you ever again. But I do try to be careful, because I will say, you guys, somebody that is upset with you, that news travels 10 times faster than someone that loves you. So it's always just something to be aware of and be cognizant of. So with virtual parties too, you guys, I'm also, like I said, giving people a little bit more leeway. If you were at my in-home party and you saw the box office and then it showed up in the mail and you're like, it's bigger than I thought, I'd be like, girl, you saw it at the party, right? Like, I'm not gonna, like, you were there, right? But with virtual, I feel like it's a little bit harder. Same thing with the lingerie. I ask them, because here's the deal. You guys ever been to Victoria's Secret? Yeah? Have you ever bought lingerie from Victoria's Secret? How many women tried on that piece of lingerie before you did? A lot, right? And we don't, for whatever reason, when we walk into a store and try something on, we actually don't really think about it. Then when it comes to our lingerie, people are like, but did anyone try that on? You mean like Victoria's Secret? Like, so I also exchange lingerie sizes. So I ask them with the lingerie, I have a little like printout. I can drop that in somewhere. It says, if unsure about sizing, please try on the lingerie wearing undies just like you would at Victoria's Secret. If it does not fit, let me know. And I will do my best to exchange it for you. So again, they have to send the old one back first. You guys can do a swap if you're able to. Again, if you're able to. But remember, you guys, I carry lingerie. Serene carries lingerie. I don't know if Sarah has any lingerie. Like, we have women on this team that carry lingerie. Cindy has lingerie. So if you need a different size and you are like want to trade it for the old one, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me. So don't feel like buying a new piece that you can't afford is your only option. Reach out to the team, because we can help you more often than not. Yeah, but again, if somebody is spending a ton of money on lingerie, I want her to have something that fits. And I actually don't tell my customers anything about the lingerie, because I feel like they're trying on lingerie in shops. It's the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? I also put all my lingerie in little organza baggies. So one of the things that Sarah mentions for samples, oh, these are all still packaged. On Amazon, these are the little, Sarah, do you have one in front of you? Okay. So they're itty bitty little perfume, like, you know, the little Mary Kay, like perfume sample containers? Yeah, so it's those. So if you have someone that's like, I'm really picky about scents, there's a couple different things that you guys can do. All right, let me reverse. Number one thing that you guys can do with this. Oh, perfect. Sabrina's got some too. These are little 1 milliliters. Like, mine are teeny tiny. I'm not even filling mine, you guys. Like, I'm legit putting in like maybe that much. Like, this is not a sample. This is a, like, in terms of a usable sample, it is a smell tester. How cute. Cute, cute, cute. So here's the deal with these guys. With these guys, what I'm offering is at the beginning of the party is being like, hey ladies, if you want a flavor and scent sample pack before the party, they are $5. Drop your address below. And you guys could make these up and just send it to them. So again, I don't want them to have a ton of usable samples necessarily, because I want it to be cost effective. I might give them like a foil packet of Sensations, a foil packet of Whipped, a foil packet of Afterglow, and then I only have to make like 3 of these, and then a foil packet of maybe O or something, right? And then 1 of these, and then to just make it a little bit nicer, I might toss in like the large travel size of Cocoa Glow or Firming Cream, or sorry, Body Boost. So for $5, it might need to be $6, run the math on it, see what it costs you for shipping. People have the option of purchasing those before a party, okay? Or if you have someone that's like, I'm really picky about fragrances, if you are nervous that they would exchange it, be like, do you want me to mail you a couple of the scent samples really fast? If they say yes, charge them $2 or $3 for the shipping and just mail them these little guys filled with Kiss in the different scents. Like I said, to me, it is not necessarily about giving them travel sizes, because I don't know about you guys, but like the Just Like Me 1 ounce bottle legit lasts me like 6 months. Like, so I don't want to give them a bunch of travel sizes necessarily that are stopping them from buying full size items, but I do want someone that's picky to be able to taste and test and kind of, feel it out. So that is another option for your scents and that kind of thing. Whew, okay, so I went a little bit off topic, but when it comes to increasing your sales, like I said, I think that the most important thing is that you guys are fluid and that you get practice. You have to have that network of people that you're reaching out to. So I hope that you will utilize your personal Facebook pages. And again, like, it does not have to be over the top. Like, if you're working out, wear a Pure Romance t-shirt and post a picture of you rocking out a badass workout, rocking a Boss Babe t-shirt, right? Like, that's a Pure Romance post, right? If you are spending time with your kids, be like, oh my gosh, this is my office view today, and it could be your kitchen table with your babies, right? Like, it's not a buy this, do this kind of post. So network with your customers and be the kind of person that someone is going to want to give their money to, because it is a person-to-person interaction, right? It is about women supporting other women. And the more that you can like tap into that, support small business, support you, the better off long-term your business is going to be. Make sure that you're playing around with the VIP and the party exclusives, right? Again, be willing to be fluid, because if it's one more item that they weren't going to purchase anyway, it's worth doing. So you always want to be asking them, what else, what else, what else, what else? Okay, awesome. You're one item away from blah, 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 blah. What else can I get for you? Or what else were you considering? Or what else was on your wish list? Do that math again, and you do not have to stop. If they're close to one more thing, offer them that. Like, always offer. And I think that that's the biggest thing, is you're just offering, 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 offering. And when they're done, they will tell you, nope, I'm good. Like, I think Hannah's like legit verbiage was like, that's it. Right? Like, she was good. She didn't want anything else. So you leave it alone. And to me, that's the difference between being pushy and aggressive and just going after the sale and making an offer. If somebody says, that's all I want, thank you, smiley face, I'm like, oh shit, all right, girl, no problem. And you have to come back happy and like smiley, like it is not a big deal. Like, you got it, you picked awesome stuff, smiley face, like celebration emoji, whatever, so that she doesn't feel bad for not adding on any additional items. But, oh God, Kitty, so she has one of those like calming collars. It's not really working. She says, but I smell like lavender and baby powder and it's obnoxious. All right. Oh yeah, Allison, how many? That one's awesome too. So somebody's like, I want to order coochie. You go, great, how many? Right? Or I want to order Body Boost. Awesome, how many? Or, even too, if you guys get a big wish list, or it's like coochie, body dew, I don't know, opening act, like whatever. You can still say, okay, babes, that's perfect. So on the coochie cream and the body dews, how many of each? Like, you can still go back in and ask us. Yes, thank you, Allison. What else? How many? What else can I get for you? What else was I considering? I also like at the end when they're done, like we're finished, they paid me or are paying me, I go, out of curiosity, babes, I know that your order is wrapped up and finished, but I do run some deals and some specials. What else was on your wish list that you didn't get? Because guess who's gonna run a sale on that in 2 weeks? Right? Me. Or if you mail her that coupon and you follow up with her about that coupon, right? If all of that information is on your little order form, right? And on the back, it says wish list main attraction, and it says her coupon expires. Oh, did I freeze again?
You're good.
Am I back? Okay. So if it says on here that their coupon expires on May 5th and you know that she wants a main attraction, when you send her that follow-up message like, hey babes, it's Lucy, just a heads up, I don't know if there's anything that you wanted. I know you just placed an order, but your 20% off coupon expires in 2 days, and I know you had your eye on that main attraction. 20% off of that sucker would save you $40. Whoop, whoop. And she's like, oh shit, yeah, I did want that. Right? So, I mean, I think that like with anything in this business, you can work your business on the surface, right? You can take their order, you can ship their products, you can call it a day, and you can keep working your ass off to find more customers and more people and more orders. Or you can dig a little bit deeper into each thing that you do. Like, okay, I'm shipping packages. What else can I do? Could I add some cute tissue paper? Could I toss in a foil packet? Could I add a coupon, right? Like, I'm already doing the work anyway. Can I do something to just make this a little bit more special? I'm actually going to, how many of you guys freaking love when you get a box from Pure Romance, it says your name on it with a smiley face? Like, I love that. Like, I think it's so cool. Why would we not do it for our customers? Like, if your customer's order is going in a box, write on the box, thanks, Darlene, like XOXO, right? Another thing that you guys can do is add a label. Like Pure Romance does that with their kits. Post a picture of your box with hashtag Pure Romance and tag me at Lucy Hyman, right? Like, boom, that label just goes right on the inside of your box or on top of your bubble mailer. Like I package all of my stuff into a hot pink bubble mailer, and then it goes into a priority mail envelope. So that bubble mailer says, thanks, Anna, with the label on it that says hashtag sex ed and stand up, and tag, post about your delivery and how excited you are on your Facebook wall, take 10% off your next order. Or, you know what I mean? Or go into a monthly drawing. Like, that one's easy. Go into a monthly drawing, right? So then you've got people that are like, and you guys, it happens, like they're holding their like body stuff. They have their envelope like half whatever, and they're like, just got my order from Pure Romance by Lucy. You guys, that's free advertising. That's gold, right? But you're shipping their shit out anyway. So how can you dig a little bit deeper? When you're taking their orders, you're sitting there taking their order anyway. So how can you encourage them to just add 1 or 2 more things, one at a time? Dig a little bit deeper, right? Like Sabrina said, it's drive-through verbiage, right? Do you want fries with that? No, I'm good. Did you want any cookies today? Ooh, maybe. Well, they're 3 for $1. All right, I'll take 3. And for your soda, did you want that a large? You know what? The large is $1. Okay, screw it. Let's take a large. Next thing I know, I just spent $27 at McDonald's when all I wanted were fries, right? Like, you want it to be the same way. Like, and I've heard women say it when they leave the ordering area with me, like for my in-home parties, they're like, I'm not really sure what just happened, but I just spent $280. Like, bless them. They're genuinely like, I don't really know how that just happened, because it's small, itty bitty little baby steps. And I did ask, the first time I ever heard a woman say that, I actually cried. I got really upset. I got really sad, and I was like, oh my God, did I just force her into spending all this money? Like, she didn't even realize what she was doing. Like, I don't know, like I was some sort of like hypno master or some bullshit. Like, I felt guilty. So I asked her afterwards, I was like, hey babe, I just wanted to check in with you. Like, I heard you kind of say you didn't know what happened. Like, are you good? Like, do you actually want this stuff? She's like, hell yeah, I'm stoked. I was like, okay, cool. That's all I needed to know, right? I'm basically just giving women permission to treat themselves, and they feel good about it, you guys. So as long as you stay fun and casual and kind of easy breezy, you can keep it that way for your customers. And when they're done, you can kind of hear it. When they're done, they're done. You got to back up, All right, you got to back up off of them and leave them alone when they are finished. And then you can also do outside things. Like I said, build your network, grow your social media so that then you can do things maybe like bingo, and then you can attach bingo cards. I mean, even with the Easter eggs, like I feel like I might do in May, do like an Easter repeat. Like who feels like they missed Easter? I'm doing an Easter repeat. And I'm actually going to do with my customers what we're doing for you guys with the Easter eggs. I'm going to have a shit ton, I don't know, maybe 100 Easter eggs. They're all going to have free stuff in them. Some are going to be duds. Some might be a foil packet. Some might be a percentage off. Some might be free shipping. Some will be hostess incentives. So, you know, or even, you know, if you've ever thought about joining my team or know somebody who does, they get a free product. Like it'll be a whole mix of a whole bunch of different stuff. And everybody who orders $100 or more, $50 or more is getting an egg. So if they have a $500 order, they get 5 eggs. If they have a $200 order, they get 2 eggs shipped with their order. Because again, I'm shipping anyway. So I think just have fun with it, get creative with it, especially while we're mailing stuff anyway. And then just do what you can to provide the best possible customer service in whatever individual situation that you're in. So whether you have inventory or not, whether you have any additional cash or not, like that's all going to depend. But then don't be shy about reaching out to us too and the ways that we can help. But I do think that with sales, you guys, it really is that one-on-one connection with everybody so that you can make sure that they are getting exactly what they want. You are also following up with them. We have also tweaked the order forms that we have in Dropbox. So this will get posted to the group. We've actually added on here like follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3, Facebook friends, and then added to Facebook group. We also added in-home lead, virtual lead, recruit lead. We also put on here a trigger, wish list and additional notes on the back. So it's kind of your reminder to be taking notes and stuff on your order forms. So hopefully these will be helpful to you guys to have a little bit more information or a place, because obviously when we're doing virtual parties, people aren't filling out their Connect card. So trapping their information, your customer information somewhere becomes a little bit more important. So we're hoping that this will help you guys trigger that. So do you guys have any questions? And they can be questions about anything, but I'll go ahead and I'll open it up to questions.
I don't have a question, but you said those order forms, the little order form that you just posted right now, it's already posted in the Ringleaders?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Give me one more day. I'm
Got
almost
it.
there.
Sorry.
No, you guys are totally fine. The trainers know I have been asshole deep in this new frickin' Dropbox. That's why I haven't been on some of the Morning Mojo calls or the whatever the hell else I've missed, is because I'm like, I just can't. The new virtual Dropbox will be done oh god, tomorrow night, maybe tonight, I don't know.
Are we gonna need a new invitation to it, or is it gonna be the same?
I will post all the deets.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep, and this will be in there for you guys. And then all of our newbies that need to be hooked up with it, I will get you guys. I just didn't want to give you the old one and then 2 days later be like, just kidding, here's the new one. That seemed mean. Yeah, babe.
Oh.
Yep, you.
Am I on? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I just had a question on like the packaging and the labels that you guys are talking about.
Yep.
Where do I find them? So I was looking on Amazon, and I've been and I looked on Uline and stuff like that too. What's the fastest way to get? What's your best? What would be my best bet to get?
Yeah. So I do Amazon.
Okay.
So I do Amazon. I think they're like the 6x9 bubble mailers, and then the like 8x12. So I have like the smaller ones and then the bigger ones. And then I have a roll of like bubble wrap. So like this, so that if I need any more bubble wrap, I don't use this very often, but for like Basic Instincts, Miracle Oil, all the little like glass things, this stuff's really good. And then the rest of my packaging supplies come from USPS.com. So you guys can actually order like free flat rate envelopes, the flat rate legal envelopes are bigger. So I really like those. I also order, These are my favorite free boxes to get, you guys. They are I think they're the shoe boxes. Yeah, they're the shoe boxes. But the reason that they're my absolute favorite is because I feel like they're a decent size. But what you can do is you can cut them down. So like, if your product only goes to like here, you just put a slit there, a slit there, a slit there, a slit there, and then you fold it and you can make it smaller. Like, and it's quick. I know it sounds crazy, but it's quick. So with these, they're tall, because the downside to shipping products, right, is that like the main attraction box is super tall and the bump and grind box is super tall, and they don't necessarily fit in everything. Whereas with the shoe boxes, everything legit fits in it. Like even our tallest item fits in there, and then you can cut it down if you need to cut it down. So then if, you know what I mean, like even if you just needed a box that was this tall, you could still cut it down and make it a smaller box, and they're all free. So I feel like the shoe box gives you the most bang for your buck.
You're
robotic. Okay. Am I back yet?
like kind of.
How about now?
There you go.
Okay, yeah, you're better.
Okay. I also use the boxes that our Pure Romance products actually get shipped in. So I save all of those boxes so that I have them. I don't use the flat rate boxes unless I have to, but those are typically way more expensive than just using a regular box. So like I said, the shoe boxes are free at USPS.com. You can order like legit as many of them as you want to. It's crazy town. So I try to utilize as many free ones as I can. Also too, like Pure Romance, you guys, sends us these in our boxes. I save them. I save all of them. Mama cheap, which is ridiculous, but Mama's cheap. Yep, Sabrina's got some there too. Like these,
Oh, yeah.
I save. So then when I have to fill one of these boxes, right, with a little bit of padding, I have the padding. Pure Romance is sending you guys free shipping materials, right? So.
And so your labels, like, where do you go to get your labels?
Amazon.
It is Amazon.
Yep, and it's a brand called Pro Office. And I just dropped that in the chat. Now for my actual, the only labels that I don't buy on Amazon, but you could probably find them on Amazon, is my actual labels that go on my products. Mine are expensive though, you guys, because I buy waterproof ones.
I just bought some new ones, and they're really great, especially if you do like the pirate shipping and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're the breakaway ones. So literally the top half is your label and the bottom half tears away, and that's your receipt.
Okay.
And then I think I paid like $15 for a package of 50 of them.
Nice.
So I mean, it
Are
wasn't
you having to
expensive.
handwrite those?
No, you can literally feed them right through your printer.
Into your printer.
Okay.
So
And where did you get them?
I got those off Amazon. They're the integrated mailing labels.
Yeah. Actually, Sabrina, really quick question with Pirate Ship. Do you have the option of not printing the receipt?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. So I'm cheap. I buy the half sheet labels. So I feed them in one direction. It only prints on one half. It spits out the other label, and then later I feed it in the other direction, so I get 2 labels per sheet.
Yeah, no, it does have the option. I just use it just because I can staple the receipt to my customers' orders.
Yeah.
So that I know that, oh yeah, I shipped it, so I'm not frantically looking when
Yeah.
I have other stuff come in.
Yeah, that's fair. Cool.
And I've got like 10 orders right behind me that are half filled right now because I'm waiting on product.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, so typically, I mean, Amazon for any of your labels is going to be the best place.
Okay.
Yes, Hannah.
Okay. I have like those mailing labels that you use, like we use them for our wedding invitations.
Yeah.
Could I like create a label and then just print them out in my printer? Because those are like super cheap, like $3 for a huge pack.
Yeah. Like this size. Sorry. I
Let me
can't.
see.
Like.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I can just put my details on there and put them on the product.
Yep. As soon as you
And-
guys get your Dropbox, you'll get the
Yeah.
label templates.
Okay, great.
We got you.
Thank you.
I know. I feel so bad for all these new girls. They're so excited. They're like, give me all the things. I'm like, just fucking wait. I promise
All the
we have you.
things.
I promise. When we say all the things, we literally mean like everything. Like everything. But yeah, so there are label templates in there for products. There's label templates in there for some of the other stuff that we do. Obviously, there isn't for the shipping labels. Because that's going to depend on whatever you're using for shipping. We have tutorial videos on what the hell you guys use for shipping, like all the things. All the things. Okay, cool. Does anybody else have any questions?
I don't really have a question, but I did kind of want to give some of the ladies a little bit of heads up,
Okay.
especially the newer gals that aren't quite familiar with how to use Zoom and stuff.
No,
If-
no.
Well, no,
Okay, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Go for it.
Well, no, I had literally a party this weekend, and we had an issue with a couple of ladies not wanting to join the Zoom because they didn't know how, or they freaked out, or whatever. There is a way you can do it from Facebook if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You just do a group message chat, and then you can actually call everyone from that.
Up to 7 people.
Yeah. So if there's like a small party or whatever, you just have too many issues. It was an option that I found out. So
So there will be a training video on that in the new Dropbox.
of course there will, because you're already 10 steps ahead of me, Lucy.
Been doing this a minute, babes.
Yeah, I know.
So
It's
no,
just,
I got
it's
you.
weird with all the virtual stuff.
Oh
Trying
yeah.
to figure it all out and what works best.
Yeah, so we'll have video chats for you guys, or sorry, videos on how to use Zoom, Facebook Messenger, video chats, and then obviously Facebook Live, also how to stream the Zoom from Zoom into Facebook, like all that shit is done in video for you guys. And then also too, the new videos, Mama learned something cool. I learned how to screen share my phone onto my computer. So I give you guys instructions on how to do it on a computer and a phone at the same time, so you can see both. So that's kind of cool. All right, Miss Cindy, you had a question?
I did, and now I forgot.
Okay.
Who's a fucking rat?
Was it a spider?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, I have never seen you move that fast.
Oh, I don't do spiders, by the way.
No, you were like chair back, thing down, Cindy gone. I was like, oh shit. Oh my God. Okay. All right, guys. Well then I will. Oh my God, Gladys, I saw you got a new puppy. Hannah, I saw your itty bitty little puppy. You guys, ridiculous. Look at Hannah's little baby. And then Gladys, where's your little baby?
How do I flip it? Oh, there we go. He's right here hanging out with me.
Oh, oh my God. All the little babies are so cute. All right, guys. I will chat with you guys all soon. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. morning mojo call. Every single day, Monday through Friday. Join us for those. And then, yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for hopping on.